Hi guys, how's it going? I thought that it would be fun to do a little video about my goals for this coming year. My friend Emma Carpenter, I'll link her channel below, did a video all about the things she accomplished this year and what her goals are for next year, and I thought I might do something similar. So, if you haven't been to my channel before, I'm Sammy Clark and I'm an illustrator, and yeah, I have an online shop. I'm working towards doing book illustration, so that's a little bit about me. But anyway, hopefully this will be kind of inspiring if you're thinking about what you want to do this year. I'd love to hear down below what your ideas are and what your goals are. I have all of my stuff written down in this little journal that I'll show you. So do you see this? How it was like chewed? That is from my buddy Pocket, who's no longer with us, but I love using this now because it has just a little memory of her on it. But I've written all of my ideas and goals down. I also wrote down not only like accomplishments from 2020, but also things I wanted to do that I didn't end up doing. Not to be like negative, but just to kind of, you know, give you guys a picture of how it went for me. So let's start with my 2020 accomplishments. Sounds kind of pretentious, but okay. So I repainted some of my old illustrations and I'm really happy with how those turned out. They were just ones that I looked back at and I kind of thought maybe I could do better, or I wanted to try them somewhat differently. I am trying to do my animals a little bit more like naturalistically with their body. I found that I was just doing kind of like these tube bodies, like no matter what animal it was. So that is something I've worked on, and yeah, I'll insert some things so you can kind of see what I've done. And there was a whole video I did about this, let's see, back in I think maybe February or March. So yeah, I'll like pop that up here for you guys to see. So yeah, I repainted some oldies, and in doing that, I kind of found what I feel like my current style is. I do still feel like I kind of have two styles. My graphic novel, which is done digitally and in black and white, is more loose and sketchy. And then I have like my watercolor gouache work that's more detailed and just a little bit more like naturalistic looking. Another thing that I managed to do was I finished my manuscript for my graphic novel. So I had finished it in 2019, but I got some feedback in late 2019 from an agent about it, with some ideas she thought I should, you know, change. So I spent some time doing that, and then I have been working on making like a dummy of the book, so just like storyboarding each page. And I've started going in, I haven't actually finished that part, but I've started going in and doing finished illustrations from the beginning, just to at least get a nice chunk of the first part finished for resubmitting to more agents, which I will get to soon. So that was good. Let's see, I made what was my most successful shop update yet. So one thing I feel like I should say, I feel like this sounds like I accomplished a lot, which makes me feel good, but if you don't know, my shop and my art are my full-time job. So this is what I'm doing all the time, and I don't have kids, and so I just want everyone to have like perspective. If this sounds like a lot and you got nothing done, I don't know. Everyone handled this year differently, and thankfully I found some time to get some things done. So anyway, we'll continue. So yeah, I had what I think was my most successful shop update yet. It's hard to completely gauge because I started my shop back in 2015, and I like per shop update, I don't really have the numbers to compare, but it felt the most successful. I felt really proud of the things I created for it. I felt like you guys really responded in a really enthusiastic way, more so than some other collections I've released. So I'm kind of excited to see what 2021 holds for my shop in that in that sense. My sales this year were up 9%, which I didn't feel like they were, but apparently they were. I think that my expenses may have been a little higher than in previous years because I had a number of drop shipped print on demand products in my shop now, and I think that that kind of affected, you know, my actual profit, but still, that's good. I kept up with bookkeeping, so like taxes and everything. I have all of my expenses for each month on a spreadsheet and my earnings on a spreadsheet, so I feel really good because in previous years I haven't gone through and done that until probably like January when it's time to start filing taxes. So that makes me feel really good. I'm pretty much caught up on that, so yay. It's not so bad if you are like a small business owner. It's not so bad if you make yourself do it every month. That's my tip. I think this happened in 2020. I reached 10,000 followers on my Instagram, which is still far behind other people who were starting at the same time as me. I don't know what the problem is with me, but anyway. But I was really happy about that because it allowed me to do the swipe up feature, which is why that was like a number I wanted to get to. Obviously that just helps with, you know, linking to my shop or linking to something that I'm talking about. People don't have to go through like 3 pages just to get to it. So that's been nice. That's on my shop account. So yeah, another thing I'm really excited about that happened in 2020 was I took a few classes. Actually, I didn't write this down, but I released a Skillshare class, my first one, and I also took 3 classes just within the past few weeks. After I finished all of my holiday orders, I took some time for myself to kind of like invest into my creativity and my skill set and learn some new things. So I made a font from my handwriting, which is really exciting. So now I can type, but it'll kind of look like my handwriting, so that's cool. And I also took a class on finding your style, which was by Andy Pizza, and that was really inspiring, and I feel like kind of helped me to have some realizations about what I want to do with my art. So yeah, that was good. So things that didn't happen in 2020 that I wanted to have happen. I did not finish my graphic novel, which I wanted to finish. I did not get an agent. So back in February or March, I think March, I sent out a bunch of postcards to agents and publishers because I would like to have an agent to work with me to help me get book work. And like within a week of sending those things out, we went into lockdown, so I don't even think anyone got those. But anyway, it is a goal of mine for this next year to send some things, but I'll tell you about that later. My other goal was that I wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which did not happen, but I would say that is largely my fault because I haven't been super consistent with posting videos. Yeah, I just find it really challenging to be both efficiently working and filming the efficient work happening. So anyway, we'll see how 2021 goes. My goals for this coming year, I would love to do at least 1 video a month on YouTube. So yeah, I have a few planned out already, so that should kind of help me because I've never really done that in the past. Because sometimes I just don't know what kind of video to make or what to talk about, but hopefully I will be able to come up with some interesting things for you guys. I would like to do another Skillshare class or a few maybe, so I've got to think about that more. But I also plan to submit my work to 20 publishers and or agents in January. So I compiled a list of 15 yesterday, and I think need to just, beef it up and get it up to 20. So I don't think I've ever submitted to that many at a time, but it is what is advised because then you're not like holding out for one individual to hear back. So yeah, it's just helpful to not have this one that's like your beacon of hope. Yeah, just, you know, more options. So that's the goal for January. By February, I would like to have completed 85 pages of my graphic novel. I think it's going to be about 200 pages. And yeah, but I think that will also kind of depend. It's unlikely that I will hear back from any kind of agent or publisher quickly, but I don't want to complete like the whole thing and have them have changes for me to make or something. But anyway, that's a tentative goal. I want to be more intentional about the products that I am creating for my shop. So if you guys have an online shop, maybe you'll relate to this, but with like the print on demand resources that are out there, there are a lot of products that you can have made really easily. You don't have to invest anything in it because it can just be printed on demand and you don't have to have like inventory, which is really nice in some respects. On the other hand, it can definitely, for me, make me just want to try new products and like put things in my shop without being very intentional about it. I would love to make the products in my shop as eco-friendly as possible. I do have, let's see, I do have like my packaging is eco-friendly for the things I send myself. And I did introduce some new things like this year I started doing tea towels, which were really popular, so I'm hoping to keep that up. And they're like 100% natural fiber, so they don't have any plastic or polyester in them, which feels good. So I'd like to do some more things like that. It will be a little challenging because something like I have fleece blankets in my shop that are printed and they're really beautiful and people love them. But it's one of those things that I was reading about fleece blankets, and when they're washed, apparently they shed like 2,000 like microplastic fibers in each wash, like before it even gets into the dryer. So it's just plastic, you know, going into the water system. So I would like to probably eliminate those, maybe find an alternative, I don't know. But I want to do quality over quantity. And even though that's something that people like, I do think I would feel better if I knew that my products were not, you know, hurting the environment as much as possible. So that's one thing. For my art, I want to work on doing more backgrounds in my illustrations. So I did a few pieces this year that had backgrounds in them, but I still don't feel super confident about how I do backgrounds. I have the bunnies in the kitchen, which I love and I'm really happy with, and I have the, I'm like losing my voice. I have Lucy and Rupert walking in the snow outside, and I like both of those. But what happens when I start doing like an illustration with green trees, like green and brown trees, is it starts to like feel too traditional or something. I was testing and like I have this and it doesn't look bad by any means, but I don't know if it's the look I'm going for. So like I don't know if I want to keep my backgrounds not in full color or what, I don't know. I've done many pieces over the years that have had background illustration, but my style of doing my animals has gotten a little bit more detailed, and I'm not sure how that works with how I've been doing backgrounds. So that's something I need to experiment with, and I want to get some more illustrations that feel like full scenes in my portfolio. I also want to update my portfolio website. I think I want to change the format just a little bit, but I'd also love to have, instead of my name and like the font that's just provided by the website, I'd like to find a way to put my name as like an illustration or something hand done, just to make it feel a little bit more special and personalized. So yeah, my portfolio has been pretty utilitarian, and I think I'd like it to feel more like this cool experience. But not so much that it's like, you know, you go onto the website and it's like, you need to download Flash in order to view this. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, and then just a few personal things, goals. I would like to have some more vegan recipes under my belt that like I can make and I enjoy. If you guys have some, please send them my way. It is a challenge. So we're vegetarian, but it is a challenge because both me and my husband have some allergies. Between the two of us, it's soy, peas, peanuts, cashews. Those are the main ones, but obviously that like cuts out a lot of vegan food. A lot of it is made with pea protein or soy protein, and a lot of like the cheeses are made of cashew or something. So anyway, if you have a recipe that doesn't include those things, I would be much obliged. Also chickpeas. So anyway, so I want some more vegan recipes. I'm also considering doing this January Yoga with Adrienne's 30 days of yoga. Every January she does it, and I've never done like every day before, but I'm thinking that I might try this year. But I would still like to continue doing my other workouts. I do both yoga from Yoga with Adrienne, and I also do Cassie Ho or Blogilates Pilates videos, both from YouTube, but both free. It's kind of insane. But I would like to be able to do both of them. So I've got to kind of schedule that out and be like disciplined with it, but that's a goal. And if possible, I would like to maybe grow some veggies this year. So I don't know if that'll be in pots or what, but that's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I think it would be really exciting. So if you guys have done any of those things, or if you have ideas for me, please comment below. I would also love to hear what you guys have planned for this year. I hope you guys have a great Christmas, a great holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.